Chosen ones, have you ever felt an unexplainable pull, as if something greater is calling you? If you're hearing this right now, trust me, it's not a coincidence. There's a reason you're here. God doesn't make mistakes, and this message is meant for you. Have you been waking up at 3 a.m., your mind racing, your heart heavy, and wondering why? What if I told you it's not just a sleepless night? It's a divine call, a sacred invitation. At this hour, the world is silent, but heaven is wide awake. This is the moment when God chooses to whisper secrets meant only for you. This isn't a random occurrence. This is a sacred alignment. The Creator of the universe has chosen this quiet hour to speak directly to your heart. But not everyone is called. Only a rare 1%. And if you're hearing these words, you are among the chosen. This is no ordinary moment. It's a turning point, a divine appointment where your struggles, your pain, and your doubts can finally meet the clarity and answers you've been searching for. But are you ready to embrace this call? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change your life forever. Chosen ones, imagine this. In the quiet stillness of the night, when the world seems asleep, God is preparing to reveal something extraordinary to you. This isn't just a coincidence or a fleeting moment. It's a divine calling. The very fact that you're here means you've been chosen to receive this message. At 3 a.m., something profound happens. The veil between the physical and spiritual worlds grows thin, allowing for a deeper connection with the divine. This is not just another hour on the clock. It's the hour of revelation, transformation, and alignment. But why does this matter to you? Because this moment has the power to change everything. It's a rare opportunity for clarity, for direction, and for the answers you've been desperately seeking. You've been carrying struggles, doubts, and questions that feel too heavy to bear. But here's the truth. These sacred hours are when God steps into your life to lift those burdens. Not everyone receives this calling. Only a select few are awakened in the night to experience this divine connection. If you're hearing this, it's because you are one of them. You are being invited into a moment that could realign your purpose, heal your heart, and give you the strength to step into the future with boldness. This message isn't just another reminder to pray or reflect. It's a call to action, a call to wake up, not just physically, but spiritually, to open your heart and soul to what God is ready to reveal to you. Because chosen ones, this is your moment, a moment that, if embraced, will transform the way you see your life and your destiny forever. The sacred significance of 3 a.m. Have you ever wondered why 3 a.m. feels different? The silence, the stillness. It's almost as if the entire universe pauses for something sacred. This is no ordinary time. It is a divine hour, a moment charged with spiritual significance. At 3 a.m., the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is at its thinnest. It's during these quiet hours that the Creator reaches out to His chosen ones, offering clarity and guidance that can't be found during the noise of the day. This isn't a random occurrence. It's a deliberate moment where God calls out to you. Think of it this way. While the world sleeps, heaven awakens. It's as if God has prepared a sacred space just for you, a moment to meet Him without distractions, where the depth of your soul can finally align with His divine purpose. The energy of this hour is unlike any other. It is a time of revelation, where questions that have weighed on your heart can finally find answers. But why 3 a.m.? Why not any other time? Spiritually, This hour represents a transition, a shift from darkness to light. It's a time when breakthroughs happen, when chains are broken, and when clarity replaces confusion. In biblical and spiritual traditions, this time has always been associated with miracles, deliverance, and divine intervention. Chosen ones, waking up at this hour is not just a coincidence. It's an invitation. God is calling you to step into His presence, to pour out your heart, and to receive the wisdom and strength you need for the road ahead. But this invitation isn't extended to everyone. Only those who are spiritually awake and attuned will hear His voice during these sacred moments. If you've ever felt that pull to get out of bed at this hour, don't ignore it. It's not insomnia or chance. It's a sign that you've been chosen to experience something extraordinary. This is your opportunity to quiet your mind, listen with your heart, and embrace the transformation that comes from connecting with the divine at this sacred time. Are you ready to respond to this call? Because what happens at 3 a.m. could be the beginning of a transformation you never imagined possible. The invitation for the chosen ones. Chosen ones. What if I told you that waking up at 3 a.m. is more than a moment of silence? It's an invitation from the Creator Himself. This is not an ordinary call. It's a sacred appointment. And it's not for everyone. Only 1% of people are spiritually awakened to hear and respond to this invitation. If you're here, listening to this message, it means you're among them. This is your moment to step into something greater, something beyond what the world sees. At this hour, God is calling you, not out of routine, but out of purpose. He knows your struggles, your doubts, and the pain you carry. He knows the nights you've spent wondering if anyone hears your cries or understands the weight of your burdens. And now He's extending His hand to you, offering clarity, guidance, and healing. But why are only a select few called? Because being chosen is not just a privilege, it's a responsibility. God doesn't call everyone during these sacred hours because not everyone is ready. The chosen ones are those who have been prepared, refined by their trials, and strengthened by their faith. You've endured storms that others couldn't, and now God is saying, it's time. This invitation isn't just about hearing God's voice. It's about being willing to respond. It's about setting aside distractions and stepping into a moment of transformation. The world around you may be asleep, but heaven is awake, and this is your chance to align your spirit with God's plan. Take a moment to reflect. Have you felt that stirring in your soul, a sense that something greater is calling you? That's not your imagination. That's God preparing you for this divine encounter. He's inviting you to pour out your heart, to let go of the fears and doubts that have been holding you back, and to step into a new chapter of your life. But here's the key. This invitation requires action. It's not enough to hear the call. You must respond. You must rise in the stillness of the night. Open your heart and allow God to speak to you. This is your opportunity to realign your life, to release the past, and to embrace the destiny that has been waiting for you. Are you ready to answer this call? Because being chosen isn't just about being set apart. It's about stepping into the fullness of what you were created to be. This is your moment, your divine appointment. Don't let it pass you by. Transformation through spiritual alignment, chosen ones, answering the divine call at 3 a.m. is not just an act of obedience. It's a gateway to transformation. This is the moment where your spirit aligns with God's purpose, and everything begins to change. The struggles you've endured, the doubts that have clouded your mind, and the burdens that have weighed you down, they all start to make sense as you step into alignment with the Creator's plan. Think about this. Every storm you faced, every sleepless night, and every unanswered question has been preparing you for this moment. God doesn't call the chosen ones to remain in darkness. Instead, He calls you into the light, into a space where clarity replaces confusion, strength replaces weakness, and purpose replaces despair. Spiritual alignment means letting go of control and trusting God's plan for your life. It's not easy, and it often requires you to face uncomfortable truths about yourself and your journey. But here's the beauty of it. In surrendering to God, you gain everything. You begin to see the challenges you faced not as obstacles, but as stepping stones leading you toward your divine destiny. At 3 a.m., when the world is still, God's voice becomes clear. It's during this sacred hour that He reveals the answers you've been seeking. Those prayers you whispered in desperation, those tears you shed in silence, God heard them all, and now He's responding. But His response isn't just words, it's a transformation of your heart, mind, and spirit. This is the moment when you realize that the pain you've endured has a purpose. It's refining you, shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more aligned with God's vision for your life. The struggles you thought would break you are actually the foundation of your breakthrough. But transformation requires faith. It requires you to trust that what God is doing in your life is far greater than what you can see. It's about stepping into the unknown with confidence, knowing that God is guiding your every step. This is not a journey for the faint of heart, it's a journey for the chosen. When you align yourself with God's purpose, you'll notice changes in every aspect of your life. Your relationships will deepen, your fears will fade, and your perspective will shift. You'll no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstances, but as a vessel for God's work. This is what makes you a chosen one, your willingness to embrace the transformation that comes from spiritual alignment. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about allowing God to take the pieces of your life and create something beautiful, something that reflects His love and power. So, chosen ones, ask yourself, are you ready to step into this transformation? Are you ready to let go of the past and embrace the future that God has planned for you? Because when you align yourself with His purpose, you're not just changing your life, you're stepping into your destiny. This is your moment. Don't hesitate. Don't look back. Embrace the transformation and watch as God takes you to places you never thought possible. The power of prayer at 3 a.m. Chosen ones, there is a sacred power in prayer, and at 3 a.m., that power reaches its peak. This isn't just a routine prayer time. It's a divine moment when heaven opens and your words carry more weight than ever before. During this hour, your prayers have the potential to break barriers, dismantle strongholds, and bring forth blessings that can change your life forever. Prayer at this hour is different. The stillness of the night creates an intimate connection with God. It's as if the distractions of the day melt away, leaving only you and your Creator. In this quiet space, your heart can speak freely, and God's voice becomes clearer. Whether it's a whisper of hope or a revelation of purpose, this is the time when God listens closely and responds with precision. Have you ever felt too burdened to even pray? Like the weight of your struggles is too much to put into words? At 3 a.m., those unspoken feelings, those silent cries are heard. God understands the depth of your pain, and when you bring it to Him in prayer, something extraordinary happens. It's not just about asking for answers. It's about releasing everything you've been carrying and allowing God to replace it with His peace and guidance. But why does prayer during these hours hold so much power? Spiritually, 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. is often referred to as the fourth watch of the night, a time of heightened spiritual activity. In this sacred window, heaven and earth feel closer, and the prayers of the chosen ones have a unique strength. This is the time when breakthroughs happen, when chains are broken, curses are lifted, and new doors begin to open. Think about the struggles you've been facing. Whether it's financial worries, broken relationships, or a lack of direction, this is the moment to bring them before God. Lay them at His feet and watch as He begins to work in ways you never imagined. The burdens that seemed immovable will begin to shift, and the answers you've been seeking will start to unfold. But prayer at 3 a.m. is not just about receiving. It's also about aligning. It's about connecting with God's purpose for your life and asking Him to guide you according to His will. When you pray during these hours, you're not just asking for blessings. You're preparing yourself to be a vessel for His work. This sacred time also allows you to intercede for others. Think of the people in your life who are struggling, who feel lost or broken. Your prayers have the power to bring healing and hope, not just to your life, but to theirs as well. God has given you the authority to stand in the gap, to pray for their protection, and to call forth blessings on their behalf. Chosen ones, don't underestimate the power of your prayers. This is your time to take hold of the authority God has given you and to use it for His glory. The enemy will try to discourage you, to make you feel like your prayers don't matter. But that's a lie. At 3 a.m., your prayers carry the power to shift atmospheres and to change the trajectory of your life. So tonight, when you feel that pull to wake up and pray, don't ignore it. Take that moment seriously. Pour out your heart to God and allow Him to fill you with His strength and wisdom. This is not just a time of communication. It's a time of transformation. Chosen ones, this is your opportunity to experience the power of prayer like never before. Embrace it and watch as God moves in ways that leave you in awe. Because when you pray at 3 a.m., heaven listens and miracles begin to unfold. Prophetic revelations and guidance. Chosen ones, imagine this. In the silence of the night, God whispers secrets meant only for you. These are not ordinary thoughts or fleeting dreams. They are prophetic revelations, divine insights that carry the power to transform your life. At 3 a.m., when distractions are gone and your spirit is most open, God speaks with clarity, offering guidance that can change everything. Prophetic revelations are not random. They are intentional. God reveals His plans, His purpose, and His wisdom to those who are willing to listen. Have you ever woken up at this hour with a sense of urgency, an unexplained thought, or a vivid dream that feels different? That's not your imagination. That's God reaching out, giving you the clarity you've been seeking. At this sacred hour, the spiritual realm is alive with activity. It's as if God is drawing back the curtain, allowing you to see what lies ahead. These revelations can come in many forms: a sudden realization, a scripture that speaks directly to your situation, or a deep sense of peace about a decision you've been struggling with. Whatever the form, these moments are gifts, meant to guide you on your journey. But prophetic revelations are not just about receiving, they require action. When God shows you something, it's an invitation to step into alignment with His plan. It's a call to trust Him, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. These insights are not meant to be stored away or ignored. They are instructions for your next steps. Think about the areas of your life where you felt stuck or lost. Perhaps you've been waiting for direction in your career, clarity in a relationship, or answers to questions that have kept you awake at night. This is the time when God reveals the path forward. He's not just giving you answers. He's giving you the strength and courage to act on them. Prophetic revelations are deeply personal, tailored to your life and your circumstances. They are proof that God sees you, knows you, and cares about every detail of your journey. These moments are not just for your benefit. They are meant to equip you for the future and to position you to fulfill your divine purpose. But here's the key. You must be willing to embrace these revelations, even if they challenge you. Sometimes God's guidance will require you to step out of your comfort zone, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to trust Him completely. These moments of clarity are not meant to keep you where you are. They are meant to propel you into a new season of growth and transformation. Chosen ones, do not take these prophetic moments lightly. Write them down, reflect on them, pray over them. They are the roadmaps for your future, the answers to your deepest prayers, and the keys to unlocking the purpose God has placed within you. This is your time to listen, to trust, and to act. Because when you embrace the prophetic revelations God gives you, you step into a life of purpose, clarity, and unshakable faith. Chosen ones, the 3 a.m. hour is not just a time of revelation, it is also a battlefield. This sacred moment is when spiritual warfare reaches its peak. While the world sleeps in ignorance, the forces of darkness and light are actively at work. And as a chosen one, you are called to take your place in this battle, not as a bystander, but as a warrior. Spiritual warfare is not something to fear, it's something to understand. At this hour, the enemy works harder than ever to bring confusion, fear, and discouragement. But God has equipped you with the authority to stand firm and fight back. Your prayers, your faith, and your trust in God are powerful weapons that can dismantle strongholds and push back the darkness. This isn't a fight for material things. It's a battle for your destiny, your purpose, and the promises God has placed over your life. The enemy knows your potential, and that's why he works tirelessly to distract and discourage you. But what he doesn't realize is that you have been chosen, and being chosen means you have the strength, the wisdom, and the spiritual armor to overcome. During the hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., spiritual activity intensifies. It's a time when battles are fought and won in the heavenly realms. When you wake up at this hour, it's not by accident. God is calling you to intercede for yourself, for your family, and for your future. He's inviting you to stand in the gap, to pray for protection, and to claim victory over every challenge you face. Your prayers during this time are not ordinary. They carry the weight of divine authority. You have the power to break chains, to overcome generational curses, and to shift the atmosphere around you. Whether it's through worship, scripture, or silent prayer, every word you speak is heard, and every act of faith is met with God's power. But spiritual warfare isn't just about defense, it's about advancing. God calls you to claim the territory that has been promised to you. This is your time to declare His promises over your life, to speak life into areas that feel dead, and to take hold of the blessings that have been delayed by the enemy's schemes. Chosen ones, you are not fighting alone. God is with you, and His power is greater than anything that stands against you. When you pray during these sacred hours, you're not just participating in a moment, you're engaging in a mission to protect what God has entrusted to you, to defend your purpose, and to align your life with His will. The enemy may try to make you feel powerless, but the truth is, you've been given authority to speak against fear, to dismantle lies, and to walk in victory. This is your time to rise up and take your place in the spiritual realm. Remember, chosen ones, spiritual warfare is not a sign of weakness. It's a confirmation of your strength. God has called you to this battle because He knows you are capable. He has equipped you with His word, His promises, and His presence. So, when the enemy whispers doubt, you can stand firm, knowing that victory is already yours. This is your role as a chosen one, to fight not just for yourself, but for those who cannot fight for themselves. To intercede on behalf of your family, your community, and your future. And as you do, remember that every battle you face is preparing you for the breakthrough that lies ahead. Chosen ones, this is your time to stand firm, to pray with power, and to claim the victory that has already been won for you. The 3 a.m. hour is not just a moment, it's a mission, and you, chosen ones, are called to fulfill it. Chosen ones, answering the call at 3 a.m. is only the beginning. The real challenge and the real blessing comes when you choose to live in alignment with the purpose God has revealed to you. This is not a passive journey. It's an active commitment to walk the path He has laid before you, no matter how uncertain or difficult it may seem. Living in alignment with God's will requires faith, courage, and trust. It's about recognizing that the plans He has for you are far greater than the ones you've imagined for yourself. It's about letting go of the fears, doubts, and distractions that have held you back and stepping fully into the destiny that was designed specifically for you. But alignment isn't easy. It often means making difficult choices, leaving behind relationships, habits, or circumstances that no longer serve your spiritual growth. It means being willing to say yes to God's plans, even when they take you out of your comfort zone. It's about trusting Him in the moments when you can't see the full picture, knowing that He is guiding you toward something greater. Think about the revelations you've received during those sacred 3 a.m. hours. They are not just answers to your prayers. They are instructions, a roadmap to the life you were created to live. But those revelations mean nothing if they are not followed by action. God doesn't just want you to hear His voice. He wants you to act on it, to let it shape your decisions, and to let it transform your life. When you live in alignment with God's purpose, everything changes. The struggles you once faced begin to lose their power over you. The questions that once kept you awake at night are replaced with clarity and peace. You begin to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth and every setback as a setup for a greater blessing. Alignment also brings a deep sense of fulfillment. It's the kind of peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. It's the joy of living a life that reflects God's love, power, and purpose. Chosen ones, this is your invitation to step into alignment, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. God has called you, prepared you, and equipped you for this journey. The question is, Are you ready to embrace it? This is your time to trust Him completely, to follow His guidance with boldness, and to live a life that honors the calling He has placed on you. Because when you align your life with God's purpose, you don't just change your future, you transform the lives of everyone around you. Chosen ones, if this message has stirred something deep within you, it's not by chance. This is your divine moment, a call to align yourself with the purpose and destiny God has prepared for you. But now, the choice is yours. Will you respond? Your journey doesn't end here, it begins now. If this resonates with your spirit, take a step forward. Hit the like button to show that you're ready to embrace this calling. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the guidance and messages that are meant to support your journey. And leave a comment with the number 99, a powerful symbol of alignment and readiness to step into your divine destiny. Each action you take today is a declaration of your faith and commitment. By engaging with this message, you're amplifying the energy of transformation not only for yourself, but for others who are on the same path. You're stepping into a community of chosen ones, united in purpose and guided by divine wisdom. So chosen ones, take this moment seriously. This isn't just another video, it's a divine invitation. Respond to it with faith and let it mark the beginning of a powerful new chapter in your life. Remember, your destiny awaits, and every step you take brings you closer to the abundance, clarity, and purpose God has in store for you. Chosen ones, this is your moment to rise. Everything you've experienced, the struggles, the doubts, the unanswered prayers, has been leading you to this point. Waking up at 3 a.m., hearing this message, feeling that pull deep within your spirit, it's not a coincidence. It's a divine alignment, a calling that sets you apart from the rest. You've been chosen for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. This is the time to embrace the transformation that God is ready to bring into your life. The pain you've carried is about to be replaced with purpose. The questions that have weighed on your heart will be answered with clarity. The battles you fought will turn into victories, and the doubts that held you back will give way to unshakable faith. But transformation isn't passive. It requires you to act. It requires you to trust, to pray, and to step boldly into the unknown with the assurance that God is guiding you every step of the way. This is not just about hearing God's call. It's about responding to it, about living a life that reflects the power and purpose He has placed within you. Chosen ones, remember this. You are not alone. You are part of a rare 1%, a group of individuals who have been called to something extraordinary. Your journey is unique, your purpose is powerful, and your life has meaning beyond what you can currently see. As you move forward, take the lessons and revelations from this sacred hour with you. Let them shape your decisions, fuel your faith, and guide you toward the destiny God has planned for you. This is your time to shine, to rise above the noise of the world, and to walk in the fullness of your calling. So, chosen ones, take a deep breath and step boldly into this new season. Embrace the transformation, because it's not just a change, it's the beginning of a life filled with clarity, purpose, and divine alignment. Your destiny is waiting, and the time to act is now.